Thank you. So this past month, since we last met, Sylvia, it has been quite challenging on top of all the other challenges that we've been having across European level in the European Parliament, and specifically now in the European Parliament with the corruption scandal that we are facing, putting in immediate measures, looking at rules that could have been better enforced, gaps and even abuse. What we're saying and what we have is an allegation of criminal corruption on a very large scale. So what I decided to do, without, against all, let's say, custom and tradition and what was not mandatory, is declare everything. So all gifts that are received by the Parliament, they come to me as President of the institution, not as a member of the European Parliament. I said, let's put a list out there. There's a difference between publication and internal listing. I said, let's publish. This was a decision that I took unilaterally because I said I need to set an example, even though it's not mandatory in my case, even though there are security and protocol considerations to take into account. But I said I need to do that, and I just did that.
And you've also presented recently this 14-point program to address some of the challenges that the European Parliament is facing. But some of the MEPs have described this as a quick fix. Are you worried about taking bolder steps at this point because we have European parliamentary elections next year?
Yeah, I was elected exactly 1 year ago, and I said there that we need to reform as an institution. Some rules have been in place since the 1980s. I can tell you some rules people don't want to change. What has shown us since the 9th of December that we really need to make sure that business does not continue as usual. Those 14 points were a first step, gathering together what civil society activists, what transparency activists have said, what national parliaments do, what other institutions do or not. I put them together for everybody to be able to discuss in the next couple of weeks, and in fact we're quite fast on that. In the medium term, we need to really look about how our role of scrutiny, inquiry, declaration, transparency, openness can be put into a system of a parliament that is made up of 705 members, coming from 27 different countries, different backgrounds, different political groups. So far, the momentum is there. Is it easy? Absolutely not. These are a few individuals, allegedly, who undermine the whole system. But if there are gaps, and if there was abuse, we need to fix it, and there's no time to lose.
So you're saying that there will be more proposals and there will be more actions in the medium term, but this is a matter of urgency, President Metsola, and this could actually impact turnout at next year's elections. So why, in medium term, shouldn't this be happening right now?
The 14 steps are happening immediately. What I was talking about is the longer look at the structures in the Parliament, how we vote, what we vote on, how we prioritise, how we ask questions to the European Commission, how we interact as co-legislators on big legislation and even smaller legislation, but also political decisions with the European Council and the Council of the European Union. I think all of that has to be looked at, while at the same time, I must say, and I'm the first one to say, rebuild the trust that was lost on the 9th of December. It would be a miss of me to blame it on what I inherited, or just say, don't worry, it will blow over. I'm not in politics to do that. I entered politics to fight corruption, and if that's happening, allegedly in my house, then I need to address it.